Our mission is to protect the people and the environment from hazmat transportation, and that could be through pipeline or just general hazmat over the road.
Our job is to make whatever mode it's going in the safest we possibly can.
So we can do inspections of rail, water, highway, air.
Hazardous materials are a part of everyday life in America, from the fuels you use in your vehicles to the energy that's used to heat your home.
The favorite thing about my job is attempting to prevent accidents and injuries.
We work long hours and we're a very small agency, but I think we all own the mission.
So our primary goal is safety and keeping the public safe.
What you've just heard are the voices of just some of the dedicated people who make up the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration. That's what PHMSA stands for. So how do we put the pieces of this puzzle together? Let's start with, what is PHMSA?
We have two programs at PHMSA. One deals with the pipelines, the movement of crude oil and natural gas by pipelines. Then we have all kind of hazardous materials that move in a general transportation system, by rail, by highway, by airplanes, by ship. We regulate how these materials can be shipped and handled, so no one is harmed.
As my boss says, it's the most important little agency you've never heard of.
PHMSA is a public agency that its sole purpose is to protect the public from any risks or any hazards that may come out of transportation of a lot of chemicals and materials and devices that we all need for our daily living, for our economy, for our way of life.
The first thing that we work to do is to really make sure stakeholders understand the truth about pipeline transportation and ways in which we can all work together with our shared responsibility to be safe.
A lot of our people in the Pipeline Safety Program are based in the field across America. They conduct inspections, enforce pipeline safety regulations. They conduct accident investigations. Probably 95% of all accident investigations are done by our people or state regulators who work with us. So our primary job is on the front line protecting people from pipeline accidents.
Because prevention is the best method so that we can minimize the number of pipeline incidents and really work to keep everyone safe. We also perform a lot of outreach to make sure stakeholders understand that they can call 811 before they begin a home digging project or any construction-related activities.
We also provide quite a bit of outreach to industries, to transportation workers, to the public at large, educating them as to what are the hazards and how they should be handled, and all the requirements that we have and why they are what they are.
The only goal we have is zero pipeline accidents. It's moving energy, supplying the nation with the energy it needs to function without any harmful effects through transportation.
It is the safety of life. Safety, by the way, not just to the public, also transportation workers, members of the public who may be doing their job, and certainly goes to the environment. We want to make sure that the hazardous material is contained.
We have a pretty complex program. It's a combination of setting regulatory standards, a very long process, but we establish requirements for pipeline operators to safely move energy products through their pipelines. We inspect for compliance with those regulations. We enforce non-compliances. We develop new technology through research and engineering programs. We reach out to communities to help them prepare for energy transportation in their communities.
A goal of mine and a goal of my staff is to go through our regulations and simplify them, make them clear, remove any redundancy that may not serve any purpose. And we really want people to comply. And compliance in itself is not a goal for us, the goal is safety.
Typical PHMSA inspector would be a degreed engineer, usually mechanical, petroleum engineer, sometimes civil. My deputy's a chemical engineer. People with a real passion for safety.
And who are passionate about making sure that everyone goes home safe at the end of every day.
Organization is the key, and the people in that organization are the key. We really, and certainly I do, take great pride in men and women who work at PHMSA.
I'm really proud to be able to work with these people. You know, they put themselves on the line every day, you know, for the American public. I think that's very little recognized, but I'm proud to work with them.
And it's important to me to be able to work with stakeholders all across the country in a collaborative way so that we can address our shared responsibility and not do things that harm the country.
It's a continuous improvement game. Everything you learn, you try to get better. So the point of the accident investigation is to find out what went wrong, how do we prevent that in the future.
The job is never finished. We continuously work at it, and we look at the accidents that are reported to us, and we look at other data available to us, and from that develop a sense of what is working and what is not working. You know, if things are failing in a certain area, we get a sense of that. And then of course we have to go back to the drawing board and decide whether we want to regulate more.
Safety comes first at PHMSA. The dedicated men and women who work for PHMSA share the same goal: protecting the American people and safeguarding the materials PHMSA works with. Materials that we have come to rely upon in our everyday lives.